Here's a picture of the ground beef that we're going to eat. Classic organic ground beef, 85 lean, 50% fat. I usually do 93.7, but I saw this one, so I wanted to try it. So we're gonna use this to make our burgers. So what I did is after I took it out the package, I formed them into balls. I sprayed salt and pepper on it, and then I put it in a bowl, which I'm gonna put in the fridge. And then I wanna come back after about 15 minutes and then cook them in the pan. All right, guys. Now we back from our workout at the gym. Now it's time to refuel our body with a good meal, a good nutritious meal. So I'm gonna show you guys how I make my homemade double cheeseburger. With that being said, let me show you the ingredients that we have. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be using the beef that I showed you, the organic green-fed, grass-fed beef, 85/15. But like I said, you can use, I typically use 93.7, but I wanted to try this one. We're gonna use, you can use lettuce. I tend to not to use lettuce because there's really no nutrition factor in it. So I use spinach. You can also have a pickle if you want to add. I have some provolone cheese. You see I have my red onions that I diced up. And then for the special sauce that we're going to use, I have ketchup. Don't knock it that it says sugar-free. Look, it got a black man on there, so you got to know it's good. You have light mayonnaise, paprika, black pepper. I really don't put salt, but you know, you need iodine. So, I mean, I put a little salt. Onion powder. And if to make your burgers, if you want to, you can use avocado oil, which is what I typically use. But I have this unsalted butter. I want to use this instead because I have it. It's been sitting for a while, and I want to use it before it expires. So I want to use this to cook the burgers and let it, you know, saute in the pan. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, guys. Now we can remove our burgers from out the fridge. And what you want to do is keep them in there for about 15 to 30 minutes, which will make them to become real firm, as you can see. And then they're ready to be cooked. So now what we're going to do now is we're going to turn on the stove, obviously, and we're going to start cutting about 20 grams of butter to use to saute our burgers. And while that is melting, we can start making our special sauce that we can use on our buns. What we're going to use about 30 grams of our light mayo. And then we're going to use 20 grams of our sugar-free ketchup. If you have an issue with using sugar-free ketchup, you can use reduced sugar ketchup. That's also fine as well. And then we're going to use a half a teaspoon of paprika, followed by a half a teaspoon of onion powder and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And then I just sprayed a sprinkle of salt because I'm not really a salt person. After adding all the ingredients, now you want to do is stir your sauce, all the ingredients together very thoroughly. You want to make it very seamlessly so that there's no lumps or bumps in there. So it's very smooth because this will be the actual spread that you put on your buns. That's going to be the sauce for your burger when you're finished. Now that the butter has melted, we're now ready to cook our burgers. What you want to do now is you want to grab 2 ground beef balls and place them to the pan. And what you want to do is use the back of the spatula to smash each ground beef ball. And allow each side to cook for 5 to 8 minutes, depending on the size of your ground beef ball.
you might have to cook it a little bit longer.
Also, we're going to be using sesame seed brioche buns. You can get these at Aldi. They're great. I mean, for one thing, they don't have much sugar in it. No saturated fat. Okay, 1 gram of saturated fat, 4 grams of fat total, 160 calories. You can't beat it. And what I want to do is when I'm finished sauteing this, I'm going to toast my buns. Me personally, I like my meat well done. I know some people like it like bleeding or half. I like it well done. I don't know. That's just, to me, that's the best taste. Some people think it's dry. To each your own.
So yes, I like my meat well done. And as you can see, it takes a little bit longer to cook to make sure it's thoroughly well done. So I'm getting impatient. So now I'm cooking my next 2 batches just to get them ready while I'm waiting for the first one to finish. But yes, I like it well done. I grew up like that. My mother instilled that into me and I stick by that 100%. But I'm not knocking the other ways to make it.
Tell me in the comments, how do you guys prefer y'all like y'all red meat? Do you like it well done, medium rare, pink and inside, blood on the side? I would like to know. Me personally, I just liked it always well done. Never wanted no bleeding. I came across people who like it, and they say it gives it taste, flavor. I don't see how. I don't know. But let me know in the comments.
Now you want to saute your onions. If you have some room on the corner of your pan, just find a little small area where you can place your onions and just let them cook for 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Next, after you finish sauteing your onions, what you want to do now is you want to add your cheese to each burger. Place the cheese on each burger. Depending on how much you want, you might want to double cheese on it or just a single layer and just let it cook it for 2 to 3 minutes or until it melts to your appealing. But make sure you don't burn the cheese and make sure the cheese doesn't also fall off the burger while you're trying to let it melt. And then once you're finished, remove your burger with the cheese. Next, place your buns into the frying pan and saute it and cook it for 2 to 3 minutes or until your desire of burnt.
Clearly the burgers shrink, but that's how they look.
If you're finding value from this video, hit the like and subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed, hit the notification so you know every time I upload a new video. Check every 45 seconds to check on your bread to see while it's getting toasted so that it doesn't burn. Now add the special sauce to both sides of the bun. Assemble with spinach, your first burger, sliced onions, second burger, and top with bun.
And here you have it, guys. I'm gonna eat my 2 burgers, some pretzels, a yogurt, and like I said, my fruit, and then a bottle of water, and that'll be my lunch. And this right here is a little bit over 600 calories. And then another 2 hours, I'm gonna eat again.